Hello, Gethsemane. Greetings to you in the fourth week of Lent. I wanted to reach out to you with this video and just encourage you in your Lenten practices, as well as make some announcements about Holy Week and Easter weekend. First of all, if you have been doing Lenten practices since Ash Wednesday, that's fantastic. Just want to encourage you to keep up that good work. Our devotional practices really prepare our hearts to experience Easter on an entirely different level. So great job. If you are someone who Lent snuck up on you and you haven't been doing any kind of extra practices, that's okay. It's not too late. I also wanted to say that to you and encourage you that 2.5 weeks is a great amount of time to lean into some of these traditional practices of Lent and really help prepare our hearts to celebrate Easter. The traditional practices of Lent, just a reminder, there's an extra emphasis on prayer and scripture reading. There's an emphasis on fasting of different varieties, and then also of almsgiving, an old-fashioned word for charitable giving. If you need any help with support for any of those things, we have a number of resources available to you at the Ushers Station on Sunday mornings. The other thing I wanted to say is just an announcement about the services of Holy Week. So they really are a piece. They are one really long 3-day service, basically. So it all begins on Thursday of Holy Week, Maundy Thursday, and our service will begin at 6 p.m. Right after that service, we begin an all-night prayer watch, and there are signups available so you can take an hour-long slot. The goal is that we would be praying as a community throughout the entire night and into noon on Good Friday. At that time, noon on Good Friday, we will have Stations of the Cross in the church, and then that evening we will have our Good Friday liturgy also at 6 p.m. The next day, Holy Saturday, we are encouraging everyone who can to show up at the church at 11 a.m. There'll be a really brief prayer service followed by a time of working together to prepare for the Easter festivities by transforming the sanctuary in the church area. So I hope that you could take, maybe an hour out of your day on Holy Saturday to come help out at church. Then that evening, evening of Holy Saturday, we have what's called the Great Vigil of Easter. This is a wonderful service. It begins at 7 p.m. in the Gethsemane Memorial Garden outside, and then we process inside shortly after that. It is an utterly unique service, and if you have never been to an Easter Vigil, I highly recommend that you make this a priority this year. I could explain it to you, but you kind of just have to be there. It is a wonderful time of worship and celebration. It is the first service of Easter. And then Easter Sunday morning, as always, we will have Mass at 10 a.m. So I hope that you will be able to join us for all of these services, or some of them at least. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me.